False accusations of sexual assault, though rare, can cause devastating consequences for all involved.
Sherry, 18-year-old Emma Mannion is facing a misdemeanor false rape charge. She could spend up to a year in jail.
In 2016, an 18-year-old University of Alabama freshman, Emma Mannion, made headlines when she falsely accused two men of raping her. The case unraveled quickly under the scrutiny of investigators, exposing the damaging effects of such claims on individuals and the broader community.
I don't want to deter a victim of a rape or sexual assault to come forward to us, because we will actively, as we have in the past, pursue and vigorously investigate those type cases.
This is the story of how a fabricated accusation led to an arrest and stirred critical conversations about justice, accountability, and trust in the system. On November 13, 2016, Emma Mannion attended a party near the University of Alabama campus. Like many college students, Mannion was enjoying her first semester of freedom and social exploration. However, what began as a typical night of celebration soon spiraled into a life-altering chain of events. The following day, Mannion reported to police that she had been sexually assaulted by two men. According to her initial statement, she was walking home when the men forced her into a vehicle, drove her to a parking lot, and raped her. The claim was shocking, and it immediately triggered a serious response from law enforcement and university officials. As news of the alleged assault spread, fear and outrage gripped the University of Alabama community. Students and faculty were appalled at the idea that such a violent crime could happen so close to campus.
From the moment, and she believed me. Even without me telling her my story, she believed me.
Many rallied around Mannion, expressing their support and condemning the alleged perpetrators. The university, like most institutions, has a zero-tolerance policy for sexual violence, and they worked closely with law enforcement to address the situation.
These tactics that these law enforcement officers use to turn victims who were reporting abuse into suspects.
At the same time, local and national media picked up the story, adding to the pressure on investigators to solve the case quickly. The narrative of a young woman victimized in a college town resonated deeply, highlighting the ongoing national conversation about campus sexual assault and the need for systemic change. From the outset, Tuscaloosa police treated Mannion's allegations with the seriousness they deserved. Detectives launched an intensive investigation, gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses, and reviewing surveillance footage from the area where the incident allegedly took place. However, as they delved deeper, discrepancies in Mannion's account began to surface. The timeline she provided did not match the evidence, and surveillance footage contradicted her version of events. Footage showed her movements that night, but it did not support her claim of being abducted or assaulted. Witnesses also raised doubts about Mannion's story.
There was a Facebook post, and it was just really crazy to think that, like, these people don't even know me, and the comments were just disgusting and brutal.
Several individuals reported seeing her at the party, appearing to be in good spirits and interacting with others without signs of distress. One key piece of evidence was her communication with friends via text, which revealed a different narrative from the one she told police. Faced with mounting evidence against her claim, Mannion was brought in for further questioning. Under pressure, she eventually admitted that she had fabricated the entire story. Her reason? She feared the social consequences of her actions that night and sought to deflect any potential criticism or judgment from her peers. Mannion's admission was a pivotal moment in the case. It not only exonerated the two men she had accused, but also revealed a troubling misuse of police resources.
University of Alabama student faces serious charges after investigators say she lied about being raped.
The energy and time that could have been spent investigating actual crimes were instead consumed by her false report. After her confession, Mannion was arrested and charged with filing a false police report, a misdemeanor offense. The charge underscored the gravity of her actions, though it was less severe than the potential consequences for the men she accused if her story had been believed. In December 2016, Mannion appeared in court. She pleaded guilty to the charge and was sentenced to 1 year of unsupervised probation. She was also required to pay restitution to the police department for the costs incurred during the investigation. While the punishment was relatively lenient, it marked a clear statement from the judicial system. False accusations, especially those that involve serious crimes like sexual assault, will not be taken lightly. For the two men falsely accused, the ordeal was harrowing. Although their names were not released publicly, the accusation alone was enough to disrupt their lives. The fear of legal consequences, combined with the social stigma of being linked to a sexual assault investigation, left lasting scars. Even after being cleared of wrongdoing, they faced the challenge of rebuilding their reputations and regaining a sense of normalcy. False accusations like this one can lead to long-term emotional and psychological trauma for the accused, as well as a lingering mistrust in the legal system and society at large. The Emma Mannion case reignited debates about how to handle false accusations and their impact on genuine cases of sexual violence. Advocates for survivors of sexual assault worry that high-profile cases of false reporting can undermine the credibility of real victims, making it harder for them to come forward and be believed. False accusations are rare, but they do significant harm when they occur. They can erode public trust in the system and shift the focus away from real victims who need support and justice. For law enforcement, these cases represent a double blow. They consume valuable resources and complicate efforts to build trust with survivors. One of the key takeaways from the Mannion case is the importance of due process in sexual assault investigations. While it is crucial to take every allegation seriously, it is equally important to ensure that the accused receive a fair and thorough investigation. This balance helps protect the rights of all parties involved and maintains the integrity of the justice system. In Mannion's case, the swift investigation and reliance on evidence ultimately led to the truth. However, the initial damage to the accused and the community could not be undone. This underscores the need for careful handling of such cases from the outset. The Mannion case serves as a stark reminder of the power and responsibility that comes with reporting crimes. False allegations not only harm the accused, but also jeopardize the credibility of real victims and the efforts of those working to address sexual violence. For Mannion, the consequences of her actions were life-changing. Her decision to fabricate a story for personal gain led to legal repercussions and public scrutiny. For the University of Alabama, the case highlighted the importance of supporting survivors, while also ensuring a fair process for the accused. As society continues to address the complexities of sexual violence, the Mannion case offers important lessons. It emphasizes the need for truth and accountability, the value of thorough investigations, and the ongoing challenge of balancing support for survivors with the protection of due process. The broader conversation about sexual assault, false accusations, and justice is far from over. Cases like Emma Mannion's are rare but significant, serving as cautionary tales in a complex and emotionally charged arena. They remind us of the importance of evidence-based investigations and the dangers of rushing to judgment. Ultimately, the goal must be to create a system where survivors feel safe and supported in coming forward, and where the accused are given a fair opportunity to defend themselves. Only by striving for this balance can we hope to achieve true justice for all.